All right. My name is Sheridin Sholeye, and I basically want to welcome you to this workshop. Uh, my goal today is to help you understand how you can turn your website visitors and leads into paying customers. Not just paying customers, customers who are going to be loyal to your business. Because we want to get to that point where we are not just attracting customers, we are getting our customers to advocate for our brand. And that is the sweet spot of every marketing campaign, where you can actually get people to talk about you. That's the kind of virality that scales brand beyond ordinary. So we are going to be using a blend of conversion optimization and systems that you can use for your email nurturing. So to start with a little bit about myself, my name is Sherry Dean. I help small businesses grow online, and I offer performance marketing and digital marketing consulting services to businesses. So especially through advertising, conversion optimization, and email nurturing system. Think of it like a funnel builder. So this session is going to be practical. So we'll start with some basics of branding, and we'll also dive a lot more into customer experience. Then eventually we'll move into things like how to optimize your conversion and some email marketing systems that you can use, because these are very simple things that small businesses can actually leverage, and most of them are out there for free. So you really don't need to invest so much money into it. So to start with the branding and strategy, I would like to make this session very interactive as well. So, when branding, when you hear the word branding, what comes to mind? What do you think?
Your vision, um, your personality, the reason that why you're doing this, and who it helps.
Hmm, good, good, good. Um,
And then obviously the colors and the logo that comes later.
hmm.
Sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, I was asking about what comes to mind when you hear the word branding.
When you see or hear the word, sorry, it's fainted.
Sorry?
So you said something, but it really fainted on the phone. So
Okay. I was asking about what comes to mind when you hear the word branding.
sorry, I still didn't catch that, but it's okay.
Brand, brand,
Continue.
brand, brand. I'm trying.
Oh, brand.
Yeah.
So I think the color and the
Hmm,
identity and maybe the messaging,
hmm.
because color is associated with many different things. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the response. This is a very common misconception that a lot of people have about branding. What comes to mind is branding. Of course, the color, the fonts, the designs, everything is part of the branding and the brand strategy, but it goes a lot more beyond that, because branding is actually what people feel when they hear about your brand, the kind of feelings that evoke in their mind when your brand name is mentioned or when it is seen. Think of it like for example, when you hear the word Nike or Apple, like iPhone, Apple, you can literally think of luxurious gadgets, phones, and all that. So there's a feeling that people have, and this is not built like in a day. It is with consistent effort. In fact, um, because I've managed several campaigns for top businesses, scale ups, and startups, I have seen that most of the time, sometimes we run marketing campaigns and eventually we figure out that sometimes we have low performance in our campaigns because the business does not have a proper branding system in place. They are not as effective with their brand strategy as they are supposed to. So um, every business needs to get to a point where their target audience starts trusting them to be able to deliver on the promise that they have. So those are the things that branding inculcates. Think of it like the kind of social media posts that you make. Think of it, think of it like how consistent you are with your social media management. Think of it like your email newsletters. How regularly do you send these newsletters? Are you consistent? Imagine you having a brand that sends you um, a birthday message. Imagine a brand that sends you a very valuable information about some of your problems that relate to their brand every week. Those kind of things are what kind of like shape the perception of what people feels about your brand. Like, okay, this is a brand that is very helpful. This is a brand that I can actually trust with my problems, and this is a brand that I'll be willing to pay to. Yeah. So your brand communicates clarity, it communicates trust, it builds your identity, and the next thing is to make sure your website and every other digital asset actually um kind of like is very consistent about the messaging. So that's pretty much the whole essence of the brand. So that is once you have all this in place, then the color, the creatives, the font, everything now comes into play. So it's more like creating an ecosystem of reasons for people to trust you. This is going to be helping to shape the perception and what people feel about your brand when the name comes to mind. Yeah, so is that I hope that is very clear enough, and I've been able to like give one or two different perception to what you have about branding. Yeah, so to move to the conversion optimization phase, I would like to share my screen. Yeah, sorry, just give me a second. I want to plug my laptop. I think I'm running low on battery. Just a second. So can you guys see my screen now? All right, can you guys see my screen?
I've joined via the phone, so I can't see the screen.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Oh, great. All right, thank you for that. Okay, so to move on, this is an example of a conversion optimization strategy that I built for a business in the last couple of weeks. So the goal is to actually help the business to increase how much sales that they are making from their website. So, and it's a service-based business, and I kind of like want to like I understand that we can be coming from different background and different industry. So I'm going to be giving an example of e-commerce business, and I'm also going to be giving example from the service-based businesses because I believe we need to like be very versatile so that we can actually accommodate people from different kind of businesses. So we can all integrate the ideas and implement it accordingly in our businesses. So when I did this audit analysis, I saw that the primary goal was to increase consultation booking, and they were also trying to reduce friction on the website. Also, get a lot much more interaction from the website visitors. So basically, for every business, every funnel, every campaign, there is a structured approach, because sometimes a business might be focusing on the fact that they want sales conversion from the website, but there are elements that actually contribute to making it possible. Think of it like simple things like the branding that we just discussed. Think of it like the experience that people have on the website. Think of it like the kind of offer, the kind of messaging that they are seeing. So all this actually works to build the level of trust and also get people to convert on that website. So it's not just about fixing the clicks. It's the easiest thing is to fix the click to get more clicks, but there are also some fundamental issues that needs to be addressed. If these fundamental issues are not addressed, then it's going to be like a wasted effort. You can pour money into advertising, you can pour money into Facebook ads, Google ads, but eventually, if you don't solve this kind of problem, you are going to be having a lot of leads dropping off eventually, and they are not going to be converting into paying customers. And that was exactly what I encountered when I did this conversion optimization audit for this brand. They were having a lot of dead clicks. Dead clicks mean when people goes to your website, there are some call to action buttons or some areas that they are expecting to see some informations. When they click on those buttons, the button doesn't lead them anywhere. They are not getting the information that they are expecting. So those are the kind of things that actually contribute to the poor experience that they have. And sometimes it could be that, are you even getting the right number of traffic in the first place? If you are not getting the right number of traffic, you cannot measure things accordingly. So these are the simple issues that you need to fix in every marketing funnel. So for example, on this website, I saw about 22% of dead clicks, and this means users are clicking non-interactive elements, like buttons, information where they are expecting to get a lot more information. They are clicking and they are not getting all these elements. And these are things that every business needs to be able to fix. And they are very easy to fix. If you can use tools like Microsoft Clarity, this is a free tool by Microsoft that can help you to understand the behavior of people on your website. You can see how your visitors are behaving. You can see what are the things that they are looking out for. For example, if you have like many products, this tool can help you to understand which product are they looking to click on, which product is kind of like more of an interest to them. So those are the things that you want to inculcate into your optimization and how you want to improve the whole experience of what people are feeling on your website. And trust me, all this still falls back into branding. It falls back into how people eventually trust the brand. So if this kind of problems can be fixed, I was able to project that there would likely be about 50% of improvement on this particular website based on the analytics and experience that I had with them. So the takeaway from this is that you need to start using tools like Microsoft Clarity to understand what are the behavior of everyone coming to your website. What are people expecting? What are they resonating with? So those are the things that helps you to make the decision. And also your landing page. When I went into the landing page of this brand, I saw a lot of problems, like the conversion rate was less than 1%. There is a very high dead clicks. The mobile experience is very poor. The average active time of people on the website is around about 1.2 minutes, and that's a very huge fallback, because you need to craft your message in a way that will actually help people to stay glued, give values, understand, help them to solve some, their pain points. So, and this cannot be achieved at a goal. It's about constant optimization, helping them to fix the design issues in a way that actually align with their overall journey, and also whatever content problems that we are seeing. Like earlier on, I was speaking with somebody about fixing the message market fit. Once you have that product that you are very sure of, that okay, there is a need for this product, people are going to like, people are interested in this product, then you need to fix the message market fit and make sure that your message, your content is actually giving value. Your content is very interesting to your target audience. So those are the things that you want to put in place. And also the technical performance part is the last part, which is like making your websites mobile friendly, making it very fast. All these simple things you can do with a basic audit, and there are free tools to actually do these kinds of audits. So with this particular audit, I gave some kind of like insight about the few steps that can be taken to fix those kind of issues. And that's exactly what I would encourage every one of us to start looking into as well. Looking at your own page to increase the clarity. You can do something as simple as doing some little bit of experimentation. Take your website, go to your website, for example, take your call to action. You can change the position, and if you run, let's say you have a traffic of like 100 people coming to that site, try to understand what steps are they taking. Which call to action gives you a lot more interaction, a lot more better result. And those are the things that you want to improve on. This constant experimentation is what every brand needs to start doing. And also, recently we tried something out in one of our email marketing systems. We made a comparison between learn more as a call to action and buy now as a call to action. And what we realized was that learn more was actually driving more clicks than buy now. So instead of going for the sale, help people to like understand the business, giving more information, because most of the time they are not actually matured enough to buy. Some leads will not just make that purchase right instantly. So what you want to do is to make sure that you offer enough information. It could be in your product description. If you have a product description that is not compelling enough, it could be, it's might, even they might be interested, even if they are interested in that business, but the product description is not giving them all the information. It's not telling them the benefits. It's not telling them all the features that they can get. Because to be honest, everybody buys because of what they start to gain. So if they don't see much in what they can actually gain from your brand, then that's kind of like an interest. So you need to give compelling information. If you need to hire copywriters, if you need to use feed your AI to draft your copywriting to be very, very compelling. Another thing you want to do is to like do basic research of the kind of language that your target audience are using. Maybe you are targeting menopausal women, for example. Try to go into their kind of conversations. What are they talking about? Like, okay, they are talking about maybe some cramps. They are talking about body pain. They are talking about headache that comes with that transitioning from into the menopausal stage. Those are the kind of things that you want to inject into your marketing message. So this is exactly the kind of like information that I provided to this brand when I did their audit. Giving them specific call to actions that help them to drive a lot more, conclusions and actions. And also, there needs to be a testing roadmap. If you are looking to optimize your website, you need to understand, okay, are you testing the headline now? Are you testing the durations? What are you testing? What are you testing? And what challenges are you going to be facing? All these are the things that you need to like understand and use to craft your messaging. So with this, you can be guaranteed of improved conversion. So that's pretty much how you want to approach it. And having this kind of roadmap, it's a very systematic way of improving the overall experience and the brand strategy. So the mobile optimization, of course, we have a lot more people always come from from mobile phone to check your website and all that. So it is no brainer that you need to optimize your mobile to be friendly and very interactive, and also simplify whatever way you are using to collect leads, like on your website. If you don't have a mechanism for collecting leads, you can use something as simple as MailChimp. If you are using MailChimp for your email service, it has its own inbuilt email collecting solutions, which you can just install the plugin at the back end of your website if you use a WordPress. And if you use Shopify, for example, they have their own form collection mechanisms. You can install all this on your website, collect the form, and instantly follow them up with systematic email systems, which we are going to be discussing in a few minutes. So also, you need to be very personalized in the way you craft the messaging to your home page. Understand your kind of audience and what message actually resonates with them. Are they only discussing about this specific challenge? Those are the things that you want to leverage on to make sure that you are resonating with them right instantly. So, and there are different stages of every customer's journey. There are people who are at the awareness phase. There are people who are at the consultation phase. There are target customers who are at the conversion phase. So for people who are at the awareness, we just need to focus on giving them a lot more information to build trust, to get them to like you and to be able to do business with you. But if you have people who have started adding products to their cart, for example, on your website, then you need to craft a different message, different email system, email marketing system for them. For such people, you can send them like discounts. You can send them, you can inject urgency into their messaging, like something like, okay, you have 10%, you have 10% discount. And I see Temu do this a lot, top brand, big brand do this a lot. They give you some discounts and they put some level of urgency telling you that, okay, this offer valid for 24 hours. Those kind of things are the ways to inject urgency into your campaigns, and you are going to be seeing a lot more better results with that. So, so I want to dive a lot more into the email marketing side now. But before that, I would like to know if we have a few questions that I can answer, or if there's anything that is still that maybe you have some few questions, or just let me know if I should proceed, and I'll just go ahead and move to the email marketing side. Yeah, Mubarak, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so I just want to know if that conversion rate optimization part is very clear, and if you have one or two questions.
Yeah, no, it's clear. Obviously, I'm getting a web page designed. Initially, the way it was designed, it was very poorly made.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just getting it refined, but I don't think it's how I really want it to be optimized.
Mm-hmm. So what you want to do in that case is to make sure that you put all this into consideration, these like conversion mechanisms, and make sure that you are actually, following up. Do you have a web developer that's supporting with that?
I have, but I just don't think he's getting my vision. He's used very low pixel pictures of the product. The font isn't very coherent throughout. There's no good hook on the first page, like like you said, you just mentioned that address a problem and then give a solution in the subheading.
I think those are the things that you really need to look into. And do you have a brand guide?
No.
Oh, that's the problem, because a web developer is just a web developer.
Yeah.
He's not a brand strategist. He's not a creative designer. So, and for small business, you cannot afford to, put
No.
money into, brand guide and all that. So you still need to find a way to support, to, get out, help him to get the message. because it's going to be contributing to your eventual sales on the long run.
Yeah.
So it's a very critical part of the website building, and that's pretty much that. So let me dive more into the email marketing side now, because this is the sweet spot, and this is something that small businesses can easily leverage. For almost every email marketing software tool that are out there, I think most of them are free. You can always use them for some certain number of months, or until your audience grow to reach some certain extent before you start paying. So it's free. MailChimp is free. I think Active Campaign is free. MailerLite is free. Shopify also has a free email system, and I've used Shopify's email system a lot, and it works like a great deal. So I think it's just like very cheap ways to get those instant traction.
Should be. Sorry for interrupting. What about Hostinger? Do they do email?
I've not used that before, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not used that before.
Mm.
All right, so let me jump straight into the email marketing side. All right, so I'm using an example of email marketing strategy that I developed for an e-commerce brand. The brand sells technology products like gadgets and a lot of other, like phones, laptops, and all. So, I did an audit of their email marketing system, and helped to fix some of the ways to improve sales from the email marketing. So I saw some missing gap in the data, like they were sending too much email. In fact, I think they were sending on a daily basis. So those are some kind of things that I recommended that needed to be fixed right instantly. So some of the current issues that I saw was that the subject lines was not kind of like appealing enough. They are not injecting personalization into their campaigns. Like they are not strategic with their they were not strategic with their email. They were not strategic with their email usage and all. So those are the instant issues that I saw with their framework. Okay. I just had a couple of people join now. So basically, all these subject lines, headlines, even matching up people's customers' emails, because when you collect these emails, you collect not just their email, you collect their name, you collect their probably other information as well. So you want to use all these informations to create a sense of personalization with your email campaigns. For example, mentioning their names in your email, in your subject line, all those kind of things makes your email very personable. It feels like you're actually connecting with them on a deeper level. So those are the things that you want to incorporate into your email marketing strategies, and also use to improve your overall campaign. And also the like every brand needs to have this kind of like structure and optimization framework. So think of it like the structural improvement, the layout and all that. If you use, do I know? Okay, I'm not sure if you use any email marketing service provider for now, but whatever email marketing service providers to use, maybe MailChimp, Active Campaign, Shopify, or MailerLite, whichever one that you use, you need to make sure that the structure, because email marketing is like in different stages and consists of different segments. In email marketing, the visuals work a lot to impact the campaign. The copy works a lot to impact the campaign. The call to actions works a lot to impact the campaign. So you want to make sure that you are leveraging all this to make the best campaign, the best email that you can make. And with constant experimentation, you can always test out which one is working a lot more. So because this backbone of every successful marketing campaign, and that is like pretty much like the most important skill in digital marketing, that ability to be able to make new experiment that actually contributes to the business growth. It is with that experiment that you can actually identify what is working and what is not working. Without experimentation, you can just find yourself just launching your marketing campaigns. For example, you are building your website, you need to test out, okay, which format of the home page is working. The same thing with your email. You need to test out, okay, which structure, which framework of this email is actually resonating with your target audience. And looking at your metrics, you can check your click-through rate, you can check your open rate, you can check your bounce rate, which one is kind of like having the best performance. So those are the kind of constant optimization that you need to start doing to enhance your email marketing strategy. Yeah. So also segmentation and targeting strategy. Every customer has their preferences. So you as a business owner, you need to understand, okay, what are the preferences of my target audience. So if you have customers who are interested in some certain kind of product, you might want to segment them into people who are looking for this kinds of product, or maybe they have even made that purchase. So you want to upsell them, you need to have a segment for people who have made that purchase, and so that you can actually send them the right kind of emails that aligns with their journey. For example, if somebody made a purchase, what you want to send them after that is like a thank you message, and also recommend some other products that relates exactly to that initial product that they have purchased. So imagine somebody who has added product to their cart. You want to send them reminders about the product that has been added to their cart and how they need to start making the purchase before some specific duration ends. You can introduce some level of urgency that, okay, they make that purchase now, they are going to be getting some level of discounts. All these things are strategies that you actually use to improve your sales conversion and overall growth. But you cannot be able to do this if you don't have segments for your audience. You need to understand, okay, who are the buying customers, which categories of people are just browsing. So people who are browsing your websites now, you need to be able to tailor messaging to them that, okay, we saw that you are browsing this specific product. Do you want to see more varieties or more colors or much more, different styles or something like that? So those are the ways that you segment your target audience. Then the preference segment, there are people who are just kind of like, they like to consume your blog posts, they like to kind of like maybe they just came for some discount. You need to understand, okay, what kind of deals are going to be resonating with them. So there are different, segment, and there are people from different locations as well. Okay, what kind of people am I looking at? Am I looking to sell to people from the UK? What are the unique advantages that I can actually inject into my messaging for people in the UK? So, and the life cycle of your emails, the target audience to need to be very, very much considered, because now you want to understand that, okay, what stage are they? Are they in the awareness phase? Are they in the consideration phase? Are they in the conversion phase? Because each and every customer has a journey that they are taking with your brand. Some are just kind of like browsing, they are still at that point where they are not considering buying. They are just kind of like, more like a wishful thinking kind of thing. But for people who have started comparing your product to your competitors, you need to find the right kind of message to convince them and understand them and put them in a position where they'll be taking that next step of becoming paying customers. So this is the sweet spot of every email marketing campaign, which is the automation. Imagine having a system whereby you have set up your automation in a way that everyone that downloads your checklist, your lead magnets, they are going to be getting some series of emails. Think of it like an email to welcome them into your list, offering them value, and subsequently they are getting an email to even give them more value, then introducing some testimonials about your past customers, introducing testimonials about some of your recent case studies, the kind of transformation that your product has brought into the life of some few people in the past. Those kind of things help you to build that trust and help them to get convinced into becoming the kind of paying customer that will actually contribute to the business growth. So everything is all about giving value and also understanding their stage of the journey. And that is when the conversion is just going to be flowing in automatically. So the automation workflow, you can have several automation workflow for welcome series, cart abandon series, browse abandon series. You can have automations for people who are kind of like downloaded your checklist, different triggers, different segments, different email sequences, different automations for all these categories of customer. So for this brand, there are some quick things that I actually introduced, which is about introducing social proof to improve their open rates. Also start working on some of their emails to refine it to be much more targeted to their target audience. So, and also deliverability is something very crucial in email marketing. So right when you are setting up your email marketing system, you need to be very cautious of your authentication setup, like your DKIM, DMARC, and DMARC record and all that. You need to make sure that if you need help with it, you can easily reach out to maybe your web developer or any marketing team that you have or anyone supporting you with that. If you don't want to, spend a lot of time, learning about it and implementing it yourself. So those are the things that you need to put into place for you to make sure that you are getting your email delivered to the right audience. And with constant, consistent sending, your email authority starts increasing over time. Initially, if you send some emails, you might be landing in spams if you just started, especially if you send too much. So, but you want to avoid that. You want to send, very regularly and don't kind of like spam people around and be sure. So those are the ways that you tend to build trust and help your brand to be very much more light and get those kind of conversions that you need for your brand eventually. Yeah. So pretty much I think with this little insight on this email marketing, do you have some feedbacks? Do you have some kind of like things that is still not clear or some areas that you want me to emphasize on before we move to the next stage?
No, because I haven't really started email marketing, so I'm good.
All right, perfect. So so what I would like to do is to kind of like understand, maybe you have some areas or maybe anyone else, you have some areas that you feel like, okay, maybe this is more like the area that you are encountering some problems and we can just troubleshoot together, and probably maybe we can even use your business as a kind of like a direct example of how to actually implement and fix things around.
We could do it with mine if you like.
Sorry?
What was the question, sorry?
Yeah, I said maybe you have some, areas that you feel that, okay, maybe which is like your bottleneck at the moment in terms of like maybe you have some questions that you have for me or any other thing before we start rounding up.
No. So basically, if I was to start my email marketing campaign now,
Mhm.
what should I include in my first? Well, obviously, the first one would be a welcome email.
Mhm.
Are you supposed to make any offers in the first email?
I would recommend not making offer in the first email.
Okay.
At that point, you just want to like build that synergy. Get them to kind of like feel at home with your brand. Let them see that you are not overly salesy. It's more about giving value. Giving value. Most of the time, it is in the third email that we start to inject. Like the second email is mostly about telling story about why you started the business,
Yeah.
especially if you have some kind of like real stories of something that they can resonate with, or personal stories that of what you know motivated you to start that product or that business in the first place. So those are the things that you want to inject into the second email.
Mm-hmm.
Then at that point, they already know about your brand. They know they will have been seeing signs that okay, maybe they have seen your logo, they have seen what your product does. They might even have checked you out on Google or something. So at that point, you don't want to come out too seriously. So that's what I would recommend at that point.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So is there any other big challenge that anyone is facing in their business that we can talk about? Because today's goal is just to be able to like give us a lot more information that can help us to put clarity in what we are doing and how to drive long-term sales. We don't want to come out to people as okay, salesy and all that. No, because the best business is play the long-term game, and that is what I encourage a lot. You kind of like inject all this mechanism into your marketing systems to optimize the experience and also build a consistent nurturing funnel. Yeah. So I talked about an AI tool that can support you with your email marketing. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now. So this is Digistorm. So this is Digistorms. This is an AI tool that helps to create amazing emails. So you can just log into the website, put your business information, and you can easily select the kinds of email that you want. If it is an email to drive activation and probably just offer lead magnet, it can give you a lot of emails. This is a welcome email. So if you select what kind of email that you want, and you kind of like it generates everything for you instantly. Like welcome email series, key actions to take. So all different email series you can get, emails to kind of like keep users engaged and also offer a lot of value. And also even if you are looking for emails to expand revenue for your business, especially this is for this. I think this is more tailored for a software product, but if you are an e-commerce brand as well, you can as well kind of like put your information there, and you get a lot of tailored email lifecycle emails that you can start implementing in your business, and it works very well because it is an AI integrated system platform that helps you to like make the most out of your email marketing campaign. So I will encourage every one of us to try it out and probably see how we can leverage this AI tool to improve our email marketing automations, and it takes away all the headache of email marketing automations, all the strategies behind lifecycle email marketing. Okay, what kind of email should I create? Just like the question that I just answered about what kind of email that you need to create. This platform helps you to, take out all this headache. You can easily just kind of like inject your business into it, and it comes up automatically with the emails that you need to start, launching and firing. So that's pretty much that about that. So I would also like to know if there's any other question that you want me to answer before we start rounding up.
Could I ask, you were talking about the website performance checker. You said use Microsoft something?
Yes, Microsoft Clarity.
Microsoft what, sorry?
Clarity.
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 How do you spell that?
Microsoft CLARITY.
Okay.
Clarity.
Okay.
All right. So you can just, it's a free tool. You just go there, put your business information there, your website. You can easily understand what people are clicking on your website. So you can use this to make intelligent decisions on how you want to improve the overall conversion with the website eventually.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's pretty much where I would like us to round up today. So this session is not, I'm just starting this session, this series of workshop actually. So I plan to like, keep doing it, continuously, regularly to help with different areas of common problems because I manage a digital agency, I run marketing campaigns regularly. So most of the questions that I got asked, I think I'm just kind of like compiling those questions into, what can help other people. So instead of like answering it to one person, I kind of like turn it to a workshop where I can answer a lot more people with it. And I believe it's going to be very helpful. So, and in return, the only thing I would just like to in return is to tell me your experience about this session. Tell me how you feel. You can drop me a message in the WhatsApp group, and if there's anyone that can drop me a video testimonial, I think that will help a lot. Because I actually want to get your genuine feedback about what you feel about this workshop. So this is going to be encouraging me to know if it is something that I should continue, or perhaps maybe there are some areas that you want me to that I need to improve on. So yeah, so that's pretty much my request. And like I said, Sherif Dean, a digital marketing consultant, and I'm hoping that we'll be having a very good long-term relationships together.
Thank you. That was very helpful, Sharifdeen.
All right. So thank you. So I'll appreciate if you can just help me to drop some kind of like feedbacks.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will do. I definitely will do. That's been very insightful. Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much. Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you too.
And I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Evening. Are we gonna get a copy of the slides sent to us?
Okay, no problem. Just kind of like respond in the WhatsApp group, and then I'll follow up with you directly.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Very useful. Thank you.
Bye.